At just 16, Daniel Bitton was already earning more than most adults do in a year. No camera, no editing, and no showing his face. He wasn't going viral by accident. He was running YouTube like a business.
And it's now making over $500,000 a month.
While his classmates were stressing over finals, Daniel was scaling Faceless channels that brought in thousands of dollars automatically. But how did he pull it off so young and so quietly? The answer isn't just smart, it's game-changing.
All of this put together is currently doing around like $1 million or so in revenue a month. Now, if someone is in a first world, even third world country and you have a phone, I'm very confident it is extremely possible to make hundreds to thousands of dollars a month.
Daniel Bitton wasn't born into millions. He wasn't the loudest kid in the room, and he didn't crave attention. Instead, he asked questions, a lot of them. While most kids his age were obsessed with video games or YouTube creators, Daniel was curious about how things worked, not just on the screen, but behind it. He grew up in a modest, supportive household where ambition wasn't just encouraged, it was expected. His parents didn't hand him money, but they gave him something better, freedom to experiment. And that's exactly what he did.
Okay, so I'm 17 now, and across all my businesses, we're doing around $1 million a month in revenue.
By age 12, Daniel was already trying to make money online, not through gimmicks, but through trial and error. He'd test platforms, tinker with digital tools, and learn by watching what others ignored. His friends thought it was strange, maybe even boring, that he spent weekends learning how websites made money instead of watching Netflix. But Daniel wasn't playing the short game. Looking back, it was clear. He wasn't trying to go viral. He was trying to build something real. And that mindset, quiet, methodical, and hungry, would shape everything that came next. At 15, while most teenagers were just figuring out how to study for finals, Daniel Bitton figured out how to run ads. Real ads, ones that made serious money.
The age of 15 is the first time I kind of ever got a big break. Making videos on Snapchat started to blow up and was paying me thousands of dollars.
He stumbled across Snapchat's ad platform, a space barely anyone his age was even aware of. And instead of treating it like a side hobby, Daniel treated it like a business. He started selling simple products through Shopify, using short-form ads on Snapchat stories to drive traffic. It wasn't glamorous. There were no viral tweets, no flashy TikToks, just raw, direct response marketing and relentless A/B testing. And then one product hit. That one campaign brought in over $30,000 in profit. Not revenue, profit. At 15, most people would have taken the win and coasted. Daniel doubled down. He refined the strategy, teamed up with a friend named Luke, and scaled the model to even bigger levels. At one point, their Snapchat shows were generating $500,000 to $600,000 per month. And just like that, Daniel got his first taste of what digital leverage really looked like. No storefront, no office, no traditional job. Just a teenager using the internet to out-earn people 3 times his age. After mastering Snapchat ads, Daniel didn't stop at one-hit tactics. He began building systems that could run without him. At 16, he launched into Faceless YouTube automation, channels that didn't need a personality but did need repeatable processes, niche research scripts, voiceovers, edits, thumbnails. He treated niches like product markets, picking topics with steady search demand and advertiser interest, then designing 1 to 2 repeatable formats that could be produced at scale. Early on, he posted with discipline, 1 video a day as a baseline test for 60 days, to collect reliable stats fast, then used retention and first-week velocity to decide what to scale. The first channel didn't blow up overnight. A string of modest uploads gave him data. Then one video hit hard and moved from a few thousand views to hundreds of thousands in days. And some of his projects later reached millions of views. He has examples on his channel, including a clip that passed approximately 10 million views. That breakout proved the unit economics: views, higher CPMs, meaningful ad revenue. Numbers followed the playbook. Daniel has publicly said he had his first $100,000 month in his mid-teens. He later joked it happened at 14. And other interviews, Josh profile pieces, report peak Snapchat-era months in the high 5 or 6-figure range as he scaled multiple short-form properties. Treat those figures as his public claims reported across interviews. He didn't rely on AdSense alone. Each channel was engineered to stack revenue. AdSense plus affiliate funnels, plus sponsorships, plus email capture, plus courses coaching. When the channel level model proved repeatable, he cloned it, launching parallel channels and using SOPs, templates, and a remote roster of scriptwriters, VOs, and editors, so output could be batched and quality kept steady. Profitability scaled fast because he reinvested aggressively. What began as media income was poured into internal automation, dashboards, batch upload tooling, analytics alerts, and later public-facing SaaS. One of those products, Creo, an AI short video creation tool he co-founded, is reported in multiple profiles to have ramped to roughly $500,000 to $600,000 per month in revenue.
We literally used an AI voice straight from Creo, alongside pretty much the entire video process.
Within months of launch, contributing to a broader business run rate that some outlets describe as pushing toward approximately $1 million per month. Again, these are reported revenue figures from interviews and write-ups, not audited financials. Scale looked like this in practice. Daily uploads during test runs, dozens to hundreds of short-form assets produced per channel per month, rapid A/B testing of thumbnails and hooks, and an operations stack where one manager plus a handful of freelancers could keep several channels humming. Those efficiency gains are the difference between a single viral hit and a repeatable X dollars per month business. The final twist, the company stopped being just about content and became a product business. The internal tools that cut production time turned into Creo-style SaaS offerings, subscription tiers, referral affiliate acquisition, which shifted the revenue mix from pure creator ad revenue to product plus creator revenue, a move that multiplies scale and makes growth less dependent on the whims of any single platform. Quick, concrete takeaways viewers love. He began automating at 16, ran daily posting tests, 60-day minimum, claims a first $100,000 month in his early teens, scaled Snapchat Shorts, plays to high 5-6-figure months, and helped spin a SaaS, Creo, that published reported revenue in the $500,000 to $600,000 per month band as it scaled. These figures come from interviews, his public posts, and profile write-ups, useful guideposts for strategy, but not public audited accounts. If you want, I can convert this into a high-retention script segment, short snappy sentences, micro cliffhangers, and CTAs that drops these numbers as punchlines exactly where viewers' attention peaks. Which version do you want next? The tight 60 to 90 second short, or the 3 to 5 minute deep dive? By the time Daniel turned 17, the YouTube automation hustle was already paying off, but he'd moved past making content. He saw a bigger play, building the tools that creative other YouTubers would need. That's when he co-founded Vitamaze, an AI-powered platform that could generate viral-style videos at scale. No camera, no editing timeline. You supplied just an idea or a few words, and artificial intelligence took care of everything. Voiceover, visuals, timing, delivery, the whole production line automated at the click of a button. But Vitamaze was just the beginning. Daniel expanded into a suite of software solutions, tools for video editing, AI-generated voices, thumbnail creation, and streamlining faceless content production, addressing the exact bottlenecks he had encountered building his own channels. These weren't side gigs or gimmicks. They were full products with real user bases and recurring revenue. And by 18, he wasn't just creating content, he was building the infrastructure that a generation of creators relied on. In just a few years, he'd jumped from Snapchat hustles to high-margin SaaS operations. Daniel Bitton's story isn't just about ambition. It's backed by serious numbers. When he was just 15, he stumbled into his first major breakthrough using Snapchat ads. He wasn't selling anything flashy, just simple low-ticket products through dropshipping. But his secret weapon was attention. He figured out how to capture it, convert it, and scale it. By the time most teens were worrying about homework, Daniel was running campaigns that generated over $600,000 a month in revenue. Of course, profit margins were tight. But even with that, he was clearing $30,000 to $100,000 per month. But Daniel wasn't content being a Snapchat dropshipping guy. He knew platforms rise and fall, trends shift. So at 16, he pivoted, and that pivot changed everything. He discovered YouTube automation, faceless content channels where he didn't need to be on camera, just in control. He outsourced scripts, voiceovers, editing, built a pipeline, not just a channel, and it worked. His first successful channel exploded. Views skyrocketed, CPMs rose, and YouTube checks started rolling in. Within a year, he was pulling in around $100,000 a month, this time with even higher profit margins. No ad spend, no logistics, just systems. Then came the big leap, from content creator to tech builder. At 17, Daniel began creating the tools that powered creators like himself. He co-founded Bitton, an AI tool that could generate videos automatically. No camera, no editing suite, just prompts. This wasn't a side hustle, it was real SaaS monthly subscribers, recurring income. And because it solved a real pain point, it grew fast. By the time he turned 18, Daniel wasn't just making money, he was building infrastructure. His profits estimated $150,000 to $200,000 a month, with multiple products running in parallel. And when you stack all that, from Snapchat to YouTube to software, Daniel's net worth crossed the $1 million mark before most teens even finish high school. But if you ask him, the real flex isn't the money, it's the leverage. The fact that it all runs without him being the face or even being present most of the time. Daniel Bitton didn't make millions by going viral. He did it by building things so powerful. He could vanish tomorrow and the money would still come in. First, build systems, not jobs. From the start, Daniel refused to be the bottleneck. He hired writers, editors, and voice artists for his YouTube channels. Then went even further, creating software that worked 24/7 without him touching it. His rule: if I'm doing the work, it's not scalable. And that one shift turned hustle into autopilot income. Second, treat platforms like tools, not homes. Snapchat made him his first big payday, YouTube ? Over $100,000 a month. But when he spotted the limits, he moved on, fast. He never clung to one platform, which meant when algorithms changed, his income didn't. And third, don't chase virality. Solve problems. His SaaS platforms like Bitton weren't built for hype. They solved real pain points. Creators needed faster, better video production. Daniel built it, and they paid him every single month. The takeaway? Don't just play the game, build the rules, and make everyone else play by your system. Daniel Bitton's rise wasn't an accident. It was engineered. He didn't wait to be picked. He built things, he delegated, he scaled. And whether you're 16 or 60, the playbook he followed is more accessible now than ever. You don't need permission, just a plan. If this story gave you a fresh perspective on how money is really made online, hit that like button so YouTube knows it's worth spreading. And if you want more deep dives into untold success stories like Daniel Bitton's, subscribe and turn on notifications. We are just getting started.